this is Renee and I'm here for some real talk. Okay, so today's real talk, I wanted to speak to everybody about dating and Facebook, okay? So basically, when you first start dating a person, when is it okay to add them on your Facebook page, right? Because, I guess, also like in the beginning of you meeting someone, you probably don't want them on your Facebook page right away because you want to get to know them first before adding them into your circle of friends, your family's on there and stuff like that, okay? But when is it time for you actually to, add them as a friend or talk about it and stuff like that? Well, I'm going to say, well, it all depends on both of you, actually, what you both feel comfortable with doing. But what happens if, for instance, one of the people requests you as a friend, okay? Do you just ignore it and then not talk about it, or do you actually speak to them about it and say, listen, and tell them what you're comfortable with? Because there's always a way of how to go about things. Because let's just say you're dating someone for like 2 months or whatever it is, okay? Maybe 3 months. And they sent you a friend request, but you don't feel comfortable with it. There's nothing to be ashamed that you don't feel comfortable with it, but it's the way you go about it. If you just ignore it and you don't say anything about it, and then you change your settings, because there's ways that you can't request people as a friend. Like I know I've noticed on certain people's pages that you can't request a person as a friend. They have that on their settings. They have it changed. So what would you do if you sent a request to somebody and the person that you might be dating or whatever, and they decline your friend request, and then you notice that their setting changed where you can't even add them as a friend, okay? Meanwhile, they never even mention anything to you about the situation. So, like I'm getting at is that there's a way to handle things when you're starting, new dating somebody and Facebook and social media, okay? Because just because you might be okay and comfortable with it doesn't mean they are. So what I'm getting at is that you need to speak to them about it. And if you happen to be getting the request from the other person, you're gonna have to say, listen, I'm not comfortable with adding you as a friend right now. It doesn't mean I'm never gonna add you as a friend, but I wanna be able to get to know you first a little bit more before I add you into my circle. Because, a lot of times people have problems on Facebook and don't want to add somebody that they might be dating to their Facebook immediately, which is perfectly fine. But if you act shady, because there's many people that can act shady, and what I mean by that is declining you as a friend and then making it where you can't even request them as a friend, that is being shady. You know what I mean? Like, there's shady ways to say, well, what are you hiding then? Why did you go out of your way, not to even mention anything, but decline the person and not be able to add as a friend? So it's up to you to communicate with the person that you might be dating and explain to them how you feel if you're not comfortable with it. Because I know a lot of times, some people don't even care who's on their friends list. Like, I'm friends with everybody. I don't care. My profile is public, so whoever wants to view my profile, they can. See, I have nothing to hide, so that's why I have mine public. And plus, I do, some businesses like the Actilabs makeup and stuff like that. And I'm going to school to be a makeup artist and all that fun stuff that I want my profile to be public. So to me, I really don't care if I meet somebody and they're my friend on Facebook, because I have nothing to hide. But there are other people that not comfortable with that, and you have to be okay with it, as long as they don't act sneaky or shady on why they don't want to be your friend. You see what I'm saying? Well, I would love to hear from everybody, okay, what you think about this topic. When do you think is a perfect time to add someone you're dating to your Facebook? Are you like me, where you really don't care, your profile's public and this and that, you have nothing to hide? Or are you more of the person that doesn't want to add anybody just yet until you get to know them a little bit better, because you don't want them to, get different opinions of you, depending on what your Facebook is. Because there's some people that post crazy things on Facebook, or maybe they might see something from someone else posting on making comments where they might think that you have it could cause jealousy or insecurities and stuff like that. So I would love to hear from all of you, and let me know what you think about this. When did you finally add the person that you're with to your Facebook? Was it ever an issue for you? Honestly, I really don't think it's a big deal as long as you just speak to the other person about it. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel comfortable. There's no reason to actually add somebody as a friend until you actually feel comfortable. Well, that is today's real talk for you people. So you know what to do. Comment below, and I will see you all soon. Mwah!